So ACCA has exemptions, right? If you're a graduate, you get the first level exempted. If you're a inter CA or a complete qualified CA, you get level 2 excluded. And if you get exemptions, you basically save money because you don't have to pay for their training. Unfortunately, you won't save anything because if you get an exemption, let's say for the first level, whatever the exam fees were, which you would have to have paid, now instead of paying for an exam, you would have to pay the body for granting you an exemption. So exemptions, unfortunately, are not free in ACCA. You do sort of generate savings by reducing the training aspect. Second, if you get registered with a training provider, right? So obviously us, but I'm sure others as well. What happens is the body, ACCA body, gives us a lot of monetary benefits, which we in turn pass on to the customers. So for example, the £89 of registration, it can come down to, so at Zell we do it for free for students. The subscription fee which we have to pay every year, if you register with a learning provider based on your profile, you might get the first 1 or 2 or 3 years waived off. And most importantly are the exemption fees which I just spoke about. Just assume that you get the first 4 papers exempted. Now if you were giving an exam, you would have to pay around close to 40,000 rupees for it. Which means if you're exempted and you just want to claim exemptions, you still have to pay ACCA 40 grand. That's a lot of money upfront just to gain some exemptions. Again, the advantage is that learning providers get massive waivers. So that 40,000 might just come down to something on the lines of 5 to 10,000 rupees. That's the kind of benefit that ACCA gives us, which we are able to pass down to our students. Similarly, if you're a qualified CA, that's 9 papers exempted. Overall, on an average, the total exam fees, which are now translated into exemption fees, is close to 90,000 rupees. Plus the little bit of registration, plus a little bit of subscription, it goes over 1 lakh before you can even appear for ACCA. Once again, registering through partners, we get that almost 1 lakh down to, I think, 35-40,000. So there is, you might still have to pay, but it's such a massive drop that it becomes worth it for a lot of people. Like I said, if you give all 13 but you register through partners, you get certain benefits. If you have certain exemptions and you do it through partners, the 4 lakhs starts becoming 3.5 lakhs, then 3 lakhs, then 2 lakhs. A fully qualified CA registering through partners and clearing everything in the first attempt, they can complete the entire ACCA within between 1.5 to 2 lakhs. So that's the fee range. Also, the last bit is if the pound rate drops for Indians, then the amount you will have to pay the body also by default starts reducing by a certain percentage. Remember that right now we are in 2021 September. We are taking this conversion at 100 rupees per pound. So my calculations to all people listening for the rupee terms, rupee amount is this much. The pound rate fluctuates. Remember that the ACCA body has complete prerogative to change these fees anytime they want. They can come up with something new. And if we want to gain their certification, we would have to oblige. Over so many years, here and there, the numbers have gone up and down a little bit. But the total outflow for us as a student has not increased by much more than 10-15%. I hope that this clarifies it for a lot of y'all. And if there is still some form of unclarity, let us know in the comments. Otherwise, do like, share and subscribe.